Two game changers for those with peanut allergies. A new skin patch has been found effective in helping build immunity. The patch releases a small dose of peanut protein. And over time, more than half of those tested saw their tolerance increase tenfold. That is not all. A new study also finds that feeding infants peanuts early on could significantly lower their allergy risk. That is completely opposite of what they have been telling us parents for years, by the way, in case anyone's keeping track. Dr. Kevin Campbell joins us now. Let's start with the patch. This makes a lot of sense to me because I have a few friends who put their kids in peanut studies at universities where they fed them more and more peanuts over time, kids who are allergic and tree nuts, in order to build up their tolerance, and it worked in the people that I know. This patch is called Viaskin. It's from a French biotech company. What do you think about it? Is it going to work? Good idea?
Well, I think this initial data is very, very promising, and I was actually really surprised to see it released on Sunday. They've been working on this patch since 2012, 2013, and this is the first real positive study we've seen. So I think we're on the right track.
Yeah, they said that 50% of patients could eat up to 4 peanuts by the end of the year. Woohoo! The study's only 1 year old. When do you think we might get our hands on something like this, if you had to guess?
You know, I think that this is so significant because we have so many children with devastating peanut allergies that this may be something that the FDA really starts to fast track for us. So I'm hoping that more trials will be done, and hopefully in the next year we'll actually maybe see this come to market.
Okay, on to another pet peeve of mine, which is when a doctor tells you, here's what you have to do, and then it turns out they're exactly wrong. When my kids were little, they were said, don't give them peanuts, don't give them peanuts. We have to wait till they're older. If you give them to them when they're really small, it increases the chance that they're going to be allergic. A new study from the New England Journal of Medicine finds just the opposite, that those who avoided peanuts were more likely to develop full-blown peanut allergies than those who didn't at early ages. I'm furious.
You know, I think that this is really great research because what it does is it proves what many of us have thought. We really need to expose our children to different antigens or proteins early on so that their immune system can fully develop, understand how to incorporate those antigens or proteins into their own immune system so that they don't have these horrible anaphylactic reactions. So the research really makes good sense, and I think that this is one of the most groundbreaking things that we've seen.
And then the final one, speaking of overprotecting your children, now they're saying that hand washing dishes could prevent allergies, and they're speculating that the one reason, perhaps, that kids develop so many allergies today is because our environments are too clean. You dishwasher everything. We're Purelling the heck out of our hands and the doorknobs and everything else, and instead it just children don't have a chance to build up their immune system. So they're saying it's better if you're a little sloppy in the kitchen and you don't use the dishwasher. What do you think about this one?
You know, this is something that we call the hygiene hypothesis, and it's really similar to what we just talked about. These young children are developing their immune systems, and their immune systems have to determine what's a foreign protein or what's something that's dangerous to them and what's not. So these innocuous, non-harmful bacteria that they may be exposed to by dishwashing in this study actually are incorporated into our immune system traits, and we decide we're not going to attack these things. So I think that it makes sense, but I think that it wasn't cause and effect. It's an association that really will spurn more questions and more research.
Dirty, careless moms are better. I love it. I'm just kidding. Dr. Campbell, thank you so much. I couldn't resist.
Thank you for having me.
I'm just a troublemaker at heart, but everyone knows that. A developing story.